So I came into the park and it looks like you can park on this bit of road just here. There is parking on the road outside that Hickman Avenue, but the first part of it has got a single yellow line on. So just check the signs where you can park, but certainly at this end where I drove to, you could park on the road there. There didn't seem to be any restrictions there. So as I walk down the central path, there's this building just here, and the toilets are actually, it looks like it's open at the front, it's the toilets, but it's not. They're just round the back. And they are open, and it's 8:10. The volunteers are here and setting up. The start is the way the camera's facing, but they meet and do the briefing here, usually about 10 to 9 they said, by the bandstand, and then the finish funnel is just here, which they're just setting up. So due to the severe weather warnings they'd issued, I've changed my mind on where I was going this morning. I'm now at East Park, Wolverhampton. It's the 19th of July for event 215. The first event here was the 9th of September 2019, and they had 184 finishers then. The average 107, last week 150, and the average time is 30 minutes and 46 seconds. Record attendance 232, that was event 88 on the 11th of January 2025. Lowest attendance was 44, that was event 19, 24th of July 2021. Male record is 15:04 and female record 16:59. Past times there. My stats is my 391st park run and 235th location. For parking, there is on-street parking, and obviously that was on Hickman Avenue, it's called. The postcode was WV1 2BS, and that brought me onto that road. There is a single yellow line on the first part of it, but as you get to the end, excuse me, where you come into the park, there was on-street parking there. Toilets I've covered already, they're in the middle of the park and free to use. Café, they said there was a cafe, but they said that now doesn't open on Saturday mornings. Course, 3 laps around the perimeter of the park. Starts near the Sutherland Road entrance to the park, near the bandstand. That's where they meet at the bandstand, and then walk across to the start, and it's run in a clockwise direction. And the finish funnel, you come off to the right just as you're coming up to complete your 3rd lap.
Thank you all for coming anyway. First thing I'm going to start with is, can we just give our volunteers a round of applause? Regular parkrunners know we need the volunteers every day. We are, East Park is the same as everybody else. We're always looking out for volunteers. If you have volunteer at all for East Park, even those who are the tourists, still come back and volunteer. Anybody can. There'll be a whiteboard on the table. Please come and put your details on. Obviously, if your own local parkruns, if they're always after volunteers as well, please, please do volunteer. Without them, the parkruns wouldn't work.
Dock your points if you do it in more than 20 minutes.
Just waiting for the run director to come down and the timekeepers. We're all lined up on the line. Should get a top 10 finish, I'm hoping, today at this park run, looking at the last few weeks' times.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, here they are now. Just getting us up to the actual start line. Get ready to start my watch. I've started the GoPro already. I forgot the other week and nearly missed the start.
Towels are ready.
Maybe it's not quite 9 o'clock. And we're off. So I'll say a 3-lap course. It's actually maybe 2.9 laps, and then you just pull off to the right. I'll mention that when we go past it. So we start maybe 100 metres from where the bandstand is and where the finish is. Sort of into my pace. I'm going to see if I can just keep with this first lady here if I can. Don't like to set off too fast normally. I think I'm just going a bit, my pace is just a little bit faster than what I expect to at this point. In fact, yeah, maybe they're just getting away. I'll just see how it goes. It is the start. People do tend to set off fast, quite a few, and then ease off and slow down a little bit. It's all tarmac paths all the way around. There is some undulation. It's not perfectly flat. I'll mention some of the bits when we get there. Some are only just very, very slight inclines, declines. This bit's fairly flat just here. Yeah, I think that gap to that group in front's just stabilised. I'm going to just see maybe if I can just slowly reel them in. See how it goes. I'm hoping today again to just be, because it's a fairly flat course, to be under 21 minutes if I can. I've had quite a good week of training this week. So like I said, the course is almost, well, we'll call it 3 laps, but you go sort of one length of the park and cut across at the top end of the park, down this side where we're going now, and then cut across at the bottom. There's a little bit of a tiny little loop at the bottom. It's not just like an athletics track around the park. In fact, you can see it on the map in the top left, a little kink in the course. Just feel on this side of the park here, it's very, very slight decline in the path, nothing much, but you do feel it's just a little bit less than flat. Yeah, I think I'm just getting a little bit closer to this group. Just going to see if I can slowly reel them in, although I do feel I'm still going on maybe a little bit too fast here for normal. I shall probably pay the price for it later. I cut this corner off the shortest possible route. Thank you. So go around this bit just here. We're just starting to go down now. This is the only bit where you really notice that the path's either up or down, and it flattens off a little bit and then down again just here. This is probably the lowest point on the course, and now we're starting to just go up slightly. Not much of an incline, but you can certainly tell, and it's probably a good 150 metres in length, maybe 200 metres even, so we're still going up just there. As we go around this next is it this corner? Yeah, this next corner just here, we're just going to be going up again. I seem to let my legs go on that down a bit. I suddenly realised I just caught these people up in front. I don't mind hills too much, although this isn't really a hill, just a slight incline, but it's just the length of it. This is probably the steepest little bit of it just here. It's not steep, but the steepest bit around the course. So once we get around this corner, we'll be at the highest point of this, and then it flattens off and then starts to go back down a little bit again. So yeah, we're just going down a tiny little bit. Not like the incline we've just come up, just very gentle. Feeling that now that I did set off too fast and this pace is a bit of a struggle. I just caught them up, they've just opened up a tiny little bit of a gap. I'm just going to try and see how long I can hang on for. But once we get around here, it's not going to be much further, and that will be the first lap done. That makes me feel a bit better knowing that we've done one of the 3 laps. Again, just here, maybe the slightest, not quite flat, just going down the slightest little bit just here. And this guy on the left seems to have eased his pace up a little bit, because I don't think I've changed mine, and I seem to have caught him up. So this is when we come round for the first 2 laps. We go straight on. We'll just go to the right just there, and that's where the finish funnel is, maybe 50 metres up there. So as you get this bit here again, not quite flat, just the slightest feeling you're going up still. Yeah, I've just caught this guy up on the left. Sounds like he's struggling a little bit, maybe set off too fast like me. I feel the same. I'm struggling with my breathing, and my legs are starting to feel like they've not got enough oxygen in the muscles. Definitely too fast, but I'm going to see how I can hang on just here, see if I can stay with these 2 in front. I can hear the guy that just passed behind me. He's obviously quite close to me at the moment. One of the things I like to do sometimes is, rather than looking back, is if you pass one of the marshals, if they sort of clap or say well done, is when I pass them is listen to how soon they say it again to the next person who's behind me. It gives me an idea of whether they've stayed with me or I've maybe opened up a little bit of a gap. So we're almost at the top end of the park again now, starting to go around. At this point it's nice and flat, the path just here. Starting to think I might need to just ease off the slightest bit on my pace, otherwise whenever I get to the slight incline I'm going to really struggle up there. Starting to really struggle now. I'm paying the price for that faster start. You can see that first lady in front starting to open up a bit of a gap. I think that gap's just going to grow now till the finish, but at least as we go around here, I'm at the highest point in the park. It's flat, or slightly downhill in a bit, so I may be able to get a little bit of energy back. But I already feel that last lap's going to be really tough. I think I've opened up a bit of gap to the guy that just passed behind me, but then because I'm struggling a little bit, maybe he might, if he can maintain his pace, he might catch me up again. Like I said, I'm hoping for under 21 minutes today. Try and keep this sequence going. I'd love to if I can get back under 20 minutes. I missed it by 2 seconds earlier this year as well. But if I'd looked at my watch a bit more maybe, or suddenly realised how close it had been, maybe I could have done it, but can't change the history of that. So at this point I'm thinking this bit seems a bit longer than the first time when we came round. Didn't seem to recall it being this long. I think that's just because I'm feeling tired. Nice smooth path though, just only got a little bit where the tarmac had broken up a little bit, but in general it's really nice all the way around. Trying to take some deep, faster breaths, get some air in my lungs. It's not been much further, and then we're going to be on the incline section. Thank you. Quick look back there, just to see if I could see this guy that just passed. He's just dropped off a little bit, but not too far away. Just going to let my legs go down here. It's just not too steep, but just enough you can just pick up your pace a little bit as you go down without using any energy up. just down again just there, but this is a bit where I've got to dig deep now for this little incline. That's there, that's up the first little bit. It's a little bit flatter here, then as we go around this corner it starts to go up again. It's not steep, but it feels quite tough. I can already tell at this point I've got to come back up here on the next lap round. This is going to be really, really hard. It's a good job that that will be the last lap and the finish will be in sight. I feel like I'm still keeping my pace fairly well at this point in time. I think I have eased off a little bit. As you can see, that gap in front starting to open up. The first lady's past the guy that was just in front of her and starting to disappear off into the distance. As we get round this corner, we'll be at the top, and then it's a little bit flatter and slightly down just towards where the turn for the finish is, but we've got another lap to go yet. Not much further, and that's just one more lap. Definitely paying the price now for that faster first lap. I feel as though whatever time I made up then, I feel like I'm now losing for the first couple of kilometres that were fast, and this third kilometre I'm starting to lose a bit of time. I've had to go up the hill obviously for this third kilometre, and then as we get to where the finish bit is and where we started, it's you going back up a tiny little bit there, not by much but enough that you notice. It's actually quite humid today as well. I mean, it's forecast all over the country for a lot of it for thunderstorms, and I was supposed to be going somewhere else, but this Parkrun looks like it should have some dryish weather at 9 o'clock, and I arrived just after 8 o'clock and it certainly was dry, and it's dry now. Maybe just an odd little spot you can feel occasionally, but these trees overhead are offering a bit of protection from any spots of rain. So as we get here, there's one more lap to do, and then next time round we will go off to the right and to the finish funnel just up there. Chatted to quite a few volunteers before the Parkrun, so friendly. Some of them just started chatting to me. Really nice volunteers here, as there are at every Parkrun. Again, you just feel on this bit you're just slightly going up, and I'm struggling now. My legs are tired, I'm struggling for breath. It's going to seem like a long last lap, this is. Just hoping once I get to the top end of the park, there's just a little bit of down on the other side, and then there's just that one last hill, but once you've got up that last hill that last time, you know the finish is in sight. Just looking ahead now to see, I can see where the path starts to go round, so we've got to the top end of the park. Trying to take some really deep breaths and faster breaths to get as much air in my lungs as I can. Thank you, and you. Always nice when you lap people on a course. So many people will say well done to you. I always like to try and say it back to them, give them encouragement back. We all run at whatever pace we can. I mean, people have said to me, I'd love to run as fast as you, and I'd love to run faster than I run and be up with the people in front of me. So that's it, we're at the top end of the park now, crossing over this. Once we get across here and start to go to the right, I'll feel like we're heading back towards the other end of the park and not far to the finish then. Can't see that first lady in front of me anymore now, she's disappeared off. Or maybe maybe I can just make her out in the distance actually, but in fact it's the guy that's in front of me, the lady's in front of that guy as well. This guy running around a couple of times. I've gone around running the other way. I wonder if he's doing the park running in reverse. I do feel now like I'm just hanging on. Got my brain telling me just, it almost tells me sometimes just to ease off a little bit, just to recover, but it's not too far to the finish now. It's probably done 4 kilometres and well past 4. Trying to take more breaths again so that when we get along here and go to the left and then down, but I'm going to have a little bit of energy to try and get up that little incline. So having a quick look at my watch to see roughly what sort of time I'm on and what sort of distance I've done. And past the 4 kilometres, I was just looking at the time to see. I should be on for well under 21 minutes I think today, just looking at my watch just then, but I've got this incline to go up and I do feel like I'm really struggling. Quick look back, and that guy's not too far behind me. Again, we're just on this little bit, just trying to let my legs go down here.
Well done.
And again on this bit, and that's it. Just got to get up this last little incline, which is it's not steep but quite long, and then it's not far to the finish then. And it's feeling really hard now going up here. I feel like I'm really struggling here to get up. I feel like I've lost quite a bit of time on this pace, but it's hard to tell. I think I'm just tired. I'm still pushing a pace, but I do feel really tired. And when I counted the positions from the start, just to try and keep track, I think I'm still in 5th place, but this guy's not too far behind me. I feel like I'm easing off on my pace a little bit going up here. And maybe he's going to catch me up, we'll see. I feel like this guy here, I feel like I'm not, so if my pace has slowed down, I think it's just speeded up, but I feel like I'm not actually catching him up. But then I'm not sure if he's doing Parkrun, if this is the guy that was running around the park in the other direction, I can't remember now. He's eased off a bit now, I'm catching him. Did help me a little bit, just concentrating on that. We're over the top, the highest point. It's now flat, or maybe the slightest little bit will go down before the final incline to the finish. Quick look at my watch then to see what sort of time. Looks like I should be fine for under 21 minutes today. Thinking roughly what's left to go. In my mind on the other laps at this point, this was the point where I was going to try and pick my pace up and push really hard, but I just had nothing left at all at this point. I've certainly paid the price. That's the toughest last lap I think I've done in a few years. Quick look round, see the guy, he's fairly close to me. I am going to have to pick my pace up. Quick look at the watch again, just get a rough idea of where I am time-wise, knowing it's not far to the finish. Quick look again. I can tell he's fairly close and picking his pace up. I'm going to pick mine up now and push as we go up this little incline. That volunteer just chatted to him there. He was just encouraging him to try and catch me. Quick check back, but picking my pace up. And again, yeah, he's not going to catch me now. And across the line, stop my watch, and 20:27. Oh, that's really good. I thought on that last lap I would have lost quite a bit of time there. Let me just check my position. Should be P5. Yep, P5. Fantastic. P5 today, and just under 20 minutes 30 seconds. Set off too fast, paid the price on that second and third lap, but managed to hang on for 5th place. Thank you.
Ooh, very posh. Let's have a look if it works.
I have backups in case it should work.
Is it my phone?
No, it's just
my dad now.
some phones try to focus on something else, don't they? If it doesn't, I've got my backup.
Oh, yep.
I can say it does most
That is
weeks.
fantastic. Thank you. Going to put on the bottom
Yeah.
for us.
Thank you for volunteering. When I'd finished, yeah.
And then I've got this one. You scan them. Can you just put that on? Oh, sorry. Thank you. And that one. Well done. Thank you.
Alex, and where's your home park run?
Well, at the minute, Oaklands in
Oh,
Birmingham.
all right, yeah, I've not done that one yet, yeah.
Try it.
Letter O, popular letter for people touring Parkrun. Go on by viewing as well, yeah, your name?
Dean.
And this is your home park
This
run,
is my
yeah?
home
How many
park run,
times have you run here then?
About 10.
10, alright, yeah. You do other ones as well, or are you just starting off in Parkrun?
Now we've done quite a few. There's a few local, Walsall
Yeah.
Reach and Sutton Coldfields.
Yes, I've done Walsall, although they've changed the course this last
Yeah,
month
it's
or
a
two, haven't they?
two-lap course.
Yeah, it's a different course now, yeah,
Yeah.
so I need to go back there now, so.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
not,
well,
it's not as quick.
no, yeah, I had someone say that, and then someone else said he thought it was, but, you know, it's always a risk of everyone loses never get a PB if it's slower, isn't it? So yeah, well done today anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
you might well done
I could tell you were pushing me along on that last lap. So when you come through the finish funnel, obviously it's just started raining now. The barcode scanners are just in the bandstand. Maybe they're standing there every week, but at least it's offering some protection from the rain.
Excellent. Keep walking and stay in line, guys, if you can. That's it. Keep going.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Oh, we've got a sprinter on here now. We've got a bit of a sprinter on here. Go on.
Are you in a parkrun there?
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
Put
It
him
looks
on.
like, yeah.
Fantastic.
Well done.
Well done. Fantastic.
I always think so long as we're all in.
Well done.
Well done.
Is this the first stop?
Right to the end. Right to the end. Ooh, well done. Come on, guys.
Come through the finish funnel, get your tokens at the end. Course review, it's not quite 3 laps. You turn off for the finish maybe 100 metres before where the start was, before the 3rd lap. It's not totally flat, there's a bit of undulation on the course, so as you go out and then come round and come back down the other side of the park, as you do the bottom end of the park there's just a slight incline there, nothing too steep. maybe 50 metres long, not going up that high, but you can certainly feel it on each lap. And then as you come off to the finish, it's the slightest incline upwards, so good one for making a good push and effort on there. Lovely course, tree line for most of it all the way around, all on tarmac paths, a few tree roots coming through, a few little bits where it's uneven, but nothing that's too bad at all. So that's the park run done. There is no coffee shop to go to today. They said there was a coffee shop, but it's closed now. It doesn't open Saturday mornings. They are now looking to see if they can find somewhere else where they can go to for it. So it's a case of back to the car and off home. Not sure where I'm going next week, but that's it. That's a wrap.